Hi, the next topic is all about the toolbox. If you already use Adobe PageMaker, Adobe InDesign, Adobe Photoshop, or Adobe Flash, you should be familiar with the toolbox in Illustrator CS3, as it shares some of the tools from this application. If you are a novice user of the Adobe products, you should keep in mind that you might not need to use all the tools. In this tutorial, only the basic tools will discuss in depth. This is the toolbox in Adobe Illustrator CS3. Some tools in the toolbox have additional tools linked to them. These tools have small gray triangles in the right-hand corner. To view the additional tools, click and hold down any tool that has a gray triangle in the toolbox corner, just like this one. Click and hold down. As you can see, this is the additional tools. If you need to use some of the additional tools often, you can tear off additional tools into toolbar. To tear off additional tools, do the following. Click first. Click and hold the tool you want to use additional tools. While holding down your mouse button, drag your mouse to the end of the tools button with the gray triangle. Here. Let go of the mouse button to pick additional tools in your toolbar. This is the additional tools for the easier much use for. That's it. Then to familiarize the toolbox. First, this a selection tool, the most commonly used tool, which selects text and graphics frames and allows you to work with an object using its bounding box. Second, the direct selection tool selects the contents of a frame, such as place, graphics, allows you to work directly with editable object, such as paths, rectangles, or type that has been converted to a text outline. The group selection tool selects a group points all at once, such as 4 points of a triangle. Next, the magic wand tool. This selects all objects in a document with the same or similar fill color, stroke weight, stroke color, opacity of blending mode. By specifying the color range or tolerance, you can control what the magic wand tool selects. Next, the lasso tool. These select objects, anchor points, or path segments by being dragged around all or part of the objects. The next is pen tool. This creates a line between two anchor points you make. Create lines if you simply click and release to make anchor points, just like this. And this, drag down the add anchor point tool. This adds a point to a path, which is a simple way to change any path. This helps to turn one shape into another. Just like this. The Delete Anchor Point tool. This deletes points from a path without causing a break in the path. This deleting the path. Next, the Convert Anchor Point. It changes the control handles around an anchor point, reshaping the segments controlled by that anchor point. Let's see here. The next is Type tool. This used to type on an object's path. And this is the Line Segment tool. It creates a straight line. This is the Rectangle tool. Creates a rectangle shapes that holds color or text. The next is the Rounded Rectangle tool. Same as the rectangle, but it has a rounded edge corner. The next is the Ellipse tool. It creates an ellipse shapes that hold text. Next is the Polygon tool. It creates a polygon shapes that holds color or text. The next is the Star tool. It creates stars that holds colors and text. And the last one is Flare tool. It creates a flare. The next tool is the Paintbrush tool. It is paintbrush draws a path and applies a brush stroke simultaneously. The next tab is the Path Eraser tool. This Path Eraser tool used to create erase or used to create a path. Next is Pencil tool. Draws a open and close paths as if you were drawing such a pencil on the paper. It is most useful for sketching and creating a hand-drawn look, for example. This Smooth tool. Smooth tool remove excess angles from the existing path or a section of a path. There is the excess. The next tool is the rotate tool, which used to rotate objects. Reflect tool, used to reflect objects by dragging here and there. It flips the object across an invisible axis as if you specify. You can copy while reflecting to create a mirror image of an object. The next is the scale tool. Scale a selected object by being dragged anywhere in a document window. Scale objects relative to their center points or to any reference points you make anywhere in this document window. The shear tool. Shear tool slants or skew an object along in horizontal axis. It also rotates both the object's axes. The reshape tool. It selects one or more anchor points and section of paths, and then adjusts the selected points at paths globally. Just like this one. The warp tool. Warp tool used to stretch objects as if they were made of clay. When you drag or pull portions of an object using this tool, the pulled areas attenuate. Just like this. The next is twirl tool. Twirl tool creates a swirling distortion of an object. Just like that. The next tool under the twirl tool is the pucker tool. Pucker tool deflates an object by moving control points towards the cursor. Next is blow tool. It inflates an object by moving control points away from the curves. The next is scallop tool. It adds random, smooth, arc-shaped details to the outline of the object. The next is crystallize tool. This tool adds a random spikes and arc-shaped details to the outline of an object. The next is the wrinkle tool. It adds arc and spike-shaped details on the outline of the object. The next is The free transform tool. This tool provides a way to perform any transformation such as rotating and scaling. The symbol sprayer tool. Symbol spray tool creates a set of symbols instances or increase more instances of an existing set. Symbol panel. Let's select a symbol panel here. The symbol sprayer tool. Next is the symbol shifter tool. It moves symbol instances around. Move, move. The next is symbol scruncher tool. Pull symbol instances together as one part. Use this tool to shape with density distribution of a symbol set. Just like this. Next tool, the symbol sizer tool. Symbol size. It increases or decreases the size of a symbol instances in an existing symbol set. Just like this. Increase, increase. It increase. And it increase. Next tool, the symbol spinner tool. This symbol spinner tool is oriented to symbol instances in a set. Symbols instances located near to the cursor and orient the direction of the cursor movement. Next tool is symbol stainer tool. Symbol stainer tool is colorize symbol as instances, changing the hue towards the tint color. Select a few. Like here, changing the hue towards the tint. Next tool, symbol screener tool. Symbol screener tool increase and decrease the transparency of a symbol instances in a set. Increase and decrease. Just like that. The symbol style tool here. It applies or removes a graphic style from a symbol instances. Graphic style. Let's choose burst. Just like that. The column graph tool. Column graph compares are one or more set values by using rectangles whose length are proportional to the values. Graph. Next tool, under the color graph, stack column graph tool. Is it's this stack is similar to the column graph, but stacks columns on top of one another instead instead of one size. This graph type is useful for showing the relationship of parts of the total. The next tool is the bar graph tool. Bar graph tool is similar to a column graph but positions rectangles horizontally instead of vertically, like this one. The next is stack bar graph tool. Stacks the bars horizontally instead vertically. It's like this. Next, line graph tool. Line graph tool use points to represent one or more sets of values, with a different line joining to the points in each set. This type of graph is often used to show the trend of one or more subjects over a period of time. The line graph tool is like this. Next tool is area graph tool. Area graph tool is similar to a line group, but emphasizes total as well as changes in values. Next, the scatter graph tool. It plots data points as paired sets of coordinates along x and y axis. Let's put it here. Just like this. The next is pie graph tool. Pie graph tool creates a circular graph whose wedges represent the relative percentage of the values compared. The pie graph tool. Next is for the graph, the last is the radar graph tool. Radar graph compares sets of values at given points in time or in particular categories and is displayed in circular format. It's like this. The next one is the gradient tool. Gradient tool changes the direction of a gradient, its beginning point and end point. It applies gradient across multiple objects. It's like this. Next tab is next tool is mesh tool. This mesh tool used to Mesh color. The selected color. Next tool is color, the eyedropper tool. This tool used to drop color. Choose drop. The next is blend tool. Blend tool used to blend suggested color. The light paint bucket. This tool used to change the light paint color of the object. It's like this one. The light paint bucket only colors light paint groups. Selects the color. Okay. Next is light paint selection tool. The crop area tool. The eraser tool used to erase object. Hand tool used to hand specific objects or the whole size object. Zoom in and zoom out. This is the fill stroke area. The color suggested. The gradient color choose by none. It has the maximize screen mode, standard screen mode, full screen mode. Here, this is what the toolbox is all about. Thank you for watching.